from DCI Reed, ETA 5 minutes, over.
This stupid prat will get out of the way. Come on!
Hell's bells.
No panic.
Take up this end as well! Come on, moving!
Did you recognise anything at all about Ellison? Eh? Was there anything at all?
Don't worry, everything's...
Now, come on, you weren't there, I wasn't there. There must have been something.
DCI said.
All right, all right. You got the cover out there?
Oi! One for the album, Frank. You must be the new boss, Reed.
Mister...
Tom Ward, at your service, ma'am.
So now we know each other, Mr. Ward. Ah, Andrew.
That looks like a naughty one, ma'am.
And it was me thinking it'd been attacked by a giant green fly.
Nice to have met you, Mr. Ward. Now you'll have to excuse us.
This way, ma'am.
She's got no sense of humour.
Yeah, well, it's better than mine.
Only doing a job.
Now, will you shove off before I do one on you?
Always been a wizard with public relations, haven't you,
I
Frank?
warned you before.
He's just leaving.
It's a first division job, this, eh?
Student Frank, it ain't.
Certainly test, madam.
He's not the only one going to be able to start as orders.
Everything all right there, Quinlan?
Yes, fine, ma'am. Just waiting for an ambulance.
Right, it shouldn't be too long now.
Please, we really must go. We've got a very
Look, I'm sorry, I'm not prepared to discuss the incident. I may well call a press conference if and when I feel it is necessary. Yes, of course I'm aware of the circumstances. How much? Can I ask where you got this information? I'm afraid I've absolutely no comment to make. All right, Derek, what kind of outfit are we running here?
Problem, sir?
Yes, about 600,000. What I want to know is why I have to hear it from the bloody press.
Yeah, I don't think... You sure you need us?
Do you want me to answer that, Frank?
Road checkpoints.
Implemented almost immediately, ma'am. It's thought the escape vehicle may be a black BMW. Thought?
Right, you seem to have covered most points. I think you and your team should concentrate on keeping the scene secure until supper finished.
No problem.
Have we considered an incident from Frank?
Ellison will have gone into automatic pilot.
Yes, good. Frank had witnesses.
2 apart from the guards.
Right, if you'd like to come with me now, vehicle's just over there. Come on, love, sorry to keep you waiting.
Any joy?
Hopeless. Thanks very much, sir. If you can hang on for a while. All the driver says was he was forced to brake suddenly to avoid hitting other vehicles. Big guy jumps out in a black wetsuit, sawn-off shotgun, forces him out of the car and makes him lie on the pavement.
Don't tell me. He left the card and a box of chocolates.
It's been a nasty experience.
Couldn't have picked a better spot.
We're lucky nobody's been killed.
A lot of planning gone into this.
Yes, and we've got to be twice as professional to catch them. What's the guard got to say?
Them's like a vegetable. 65 if he's a day. Can hardly breathe, let alone talk.
Somebody at the hospital with the other one?
Well, I don't know.
Well, I suggest you find out, Sergeant.
Ted, while you're at it, take your vegetable and get a wild worm check on him, all right?
Well, they'll both be having the injured persons test, that's for sure. This lot stinks of an inside job to me.
Hold it. I'm running this, Sergeant. So before you start putting anybody under pressure, you consult me. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Attitudes like that have to be jumped on, Frank.
He only wants to feel collars.
Don't we all? Okay, but understand this. We're not having him running around like a knight on a white horse.
Sergeant, I want to speak to DCI Reed the minute she makes contact, all right?
Alec Peters is going to keep trying, sir. The update, sir, for what it's worth.
5 men.
Yes, sir. 4 for the job and a driver.
What exactly is a nibbler?
Hydraulic metal cutter, sir.
Or do you mind keeping slang out of official communications?
Sir?
Nothing to be given to the media, all right? I'm going to arrange a protocol.
I believe they already know the amount, sir.
Well, they certainly didn't get it from me, did they?
We switched to Channel 4, ma'am.
Right.
Mr. Brownlow wants to confer quite urgently. He requests you use landline.
Thank you.
Is the rumour right, you reckon?
About what?
No Santa Claus.
Try telling that to the villains who've done this one, then. The whisper is over 600 grand's been lifted.
What?
Oh dear, oh dear.
Times like this, I'm pleased to be a woolly.
This is serious business. The whole of London's going to be buzzing, and we're going to be right under the microscope.
Come on.
It might be better if you waited outside.
I'm not shy.
Please?
It is necessary that I speak to the man.
Is he under arrest?
No.
Then I must insist.
Well, what ward is he on?
Seems he discharged himself within minutes of admittance.
Right. I want to see you again, mister, and when I do, you better be prepared to answer some hard questions.
I've decided we each take a team, Frank. Split the responsibilities. I'll take Martella and Dashwood and cover interviews of all witnesses in an effort to put together an overall picture.
Well, I'd take the raggy dolls and kick a few doors in.
Metaphorically, I hope, Frank.
What about Serious Crime Squad?
Yeah, they've already made contact. I've told them for the moment this is a divisional problem. What's the joke?
Nothing.
Oh, I was forgetting you were with that mob, weren't you?
Yeah. Happy days.
So why should we need them?
Touche.
I haven't finished yet. You'll need it downstairs.
Anything further?
No, Frank Burnside's briefing in Trudie to prevent any delay.
All right, then.
So, good morning, everybody. Could you please give attention to Chief Superintendent Brownlow?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for the slight delay.
Right, you lot. Now, this is a real job. And we should be clapping our hands over it for 3 reasons. 1, the overtime gates are open. Yay. 2, it gives us the opportunity to show the 9 o'clock critics what we are really capable of. Yeah, right. And 3, we can take a few hostages and get right into the pulse of the patch.
Oh, come on, go.
No, not now, Josh. This is not a question and answer session. So make no mistake, I want this one cleared up with style. So get into your snouts and start tipping the fleas out of them.
Any information that we receive will be treated with the utmost confidence. Now, a special number has been set up for the Sun Hill incident room, and members of the public can contact us through any police station or any police officer. Now, if there are any questions directly relating to this case, we'd be more than happy to answer.
You said the money stolen was considerable. Could you tell us the exact amount, Chief Superintendent?
Itinerary hasn't been made by the security.
Isn't it over £600,000?
I can't comment on that.
And isn't it also true that the drivers attacked were nearly old-age pensioners?
I can't comment on that either, Inspector.
You know as well as I do, Mr. Ward, we can't divulge private details of witnesses.
Has any reward been posted yet?
I understand a substantial reward has been offered for the apprehension and conviction of the criminals and for the return of the money.
Any likely leads?
No, not as yet. We are pursuing lines of inquiry.
Isn't the real truth of it, Mr. Brownlow, that you don't have a clue?
Away you go.
Cheers, Gil.
Can I have a word?
Oh, don't tell me. You want to fly solo.
Is it that obvious?
It's leaking out of you.
Any objections?
If you're going to fly by the seat of your trousers, make sure your underpants are clean.
I might have an in.
Ted, you don't have to prove anything.
You've got 2 pips, I haven't. A job like this could put them there.
Look, I'll back your professional judgment. You know that. But Madam has you mapped.
No, she thinks she has.
What's the response, Alistair?
Not too bad, really, ma'am. Quite a few people saying they were at or near the scene about the time it happened, but nothing concrete.
OK, it's a long shot, but key in day shift policemen, then narrow it down to any who use that route to come to work. You never know. Coppers are supposed to be observant, aren't they?
No comment, ma'am. Police, open up!
They're not mine. They're in for repair, I promise. They're all broken.
Well, that one is.
Enjoying yourself, Alfie? Getting the poison out of your system?
I am the man in the mask. Why don't they believe me? You, listen, I'll come down here to society a favour. And what do they give me, eh? What do they give me? Listen to me. Sweet naffle. You got that sweet naffle. Nothing. Nothing. You, listen, mate, say it now.
Sorry, don't believe you.
Look, what a pair. A puff and a big puff.
Oi, on your bike.
Good morning, Central Station.
Yes, sir.
The assistant personnel manager, please.
Can I take your name, please? Sorry.
It's okay, I'll speak to him direct. You gonna let me through, Harkness? Or do I have to conduct the interview from out here?
It's all right, yes, you can let him through.
Yeah. Ted, me old mate. Oh, still as sociable as ever, eh?
This is business.
Yeah? Oh, sorry about all this, but we have to move with the times.
Tremendous.
banks of bloody spy cameras, and you send out guards with senile dementia wearing tin lids to protect the money.
Policy, Ted. Same as your job, isn't it? Blokes at the top who've never fired a shot in anger leading the troops from the officers' mess. So how can I help you?
I want the details of all the dodge spots you've got working here. It's no good sucking your teeth, old sport. You're going to give them to me.
Oh, same old Ted Roach, eh? Kicking verbals to the front, brains and strategy down the pan.
I ain't kidding, Chris.
I know you're not, but there's no way I'm giving you any sighting of our confidential files.
You're the personnel manager, aren't you?
Assistant, yeah, but computer clearance is rigid.
God bless.
Look, it's not as easy as all that.
You're not hearing me properly, are you, Chris?
Oi, what's all the heavies for, anyway?
Sorry to disturb you, Mr. Harkness, but I wondered, would you and your friend like a coffee?
No, we wouldn't, and my friend's going in a minute anyway.
Okay.
Oh, you haven't changed one bit, have you?
Do you mean to tell me you don't lick your lips when you see her writhing down the passage?
Look, I don't need this hassle. You've already had a full list of our people.
Names and dates of birth. Come on.
What's the matter? They all come up clean?
I want their personal files.
Sod off.
Don't be too quick off the mark, son. Think it through. You know as well as I do that if they've got any convictions, they're not going to admit it on the application form. A couple of days out here or there with the dates of birth, the computer's useless, isn't it? A quick scan might be mutually advantageous.
No way. If there was one hint, I'd given them to you. My job wouldn't be worth a candle.
Well, let's stuff the turkey a different way then, shall we? Does your boss know the real reason why you decided to leave the force?
You slug. I was cleared of that.
Never went to court, my old son. Lack of corroboration, if my memory serves me right. And if they'd asked me, I would have been able to supply it.
So this is blackmail?
Persuasion. And unlawful sex with a 14-year-old does carry with it a stench, a stigma.
You bastard.
Come on, Chris, as DCs together, we sidestep the rules as partners. Just think about it in the same vein.
And how many more rabbits you going to pull out the hat?
It's up to you.
One of these days, Roach, you are going to choke on your words.
Look, all I want is a result. To see some vicious scum go down the hole. Do you think I relish putting you in a situation like this?
Yeah, you're loving it.
Kept you as a friend. As an ex-colleague. But I would be a foolish man not to play my hand.
Do you know what you're asking of me?
A man of your ability would have no problem getting around that old computer. I mean, come on. If the boss snuffed it tomorrow, you'd have to have access.
You really do leave a trail on the ground, don't you?
1 for 1, Chris. You get me the details, I develop amnesia.
Sale of the century.
Typical. We clear up half the crime in Sunhill, but not a sniff on the one we want.
Gift horse detections.
Very true. Any joy your end?
No, not a sausage. But the word on the ground is it's got to be linked to the inside.
Early days yet, Frank. Keep at it. I'm off to see the manager at rear guard. Speaking to him on the phone, he sounds ambivalent about the whole thing.
Alan Watson. He's a dog.
He sounds it. Come on, Mike.
Caught them burning cable around the back of Morgan's fish shop.
I saw a punter decapitated once when he laid a load of cable like that across a railway line to cut it. And his eyes were open at the time.
Always the same, isn't it? Not enough I nearly had my brains blown out, now I got to suffer the humiliation. You think I'm involved, don't you?
I didn't say that, Mr. Reeves.
You don't have to.
Look, Tommy, I'm here because I have to be here. Just trying to help. Take you through it stage by stage.
Look, can't you accept I don't remember anything?
There's no rush, Tommy. Just take your time. Anything, please, Tommy? It's the little bits that usually matter.
Like leaving him alone, you mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Look, that's my dog, number 6. 20 years in the mob I was, you know.
That's a long time.
Only that was war, son. Only this. I must be getting too old.
Look, Tommy, I do understand, you know.
Do you?
Yeah. It's your pride and confidence that's really been hurt, isn't it?
I could have had a disability pension. Only that's not my style.
He's stupid.
Yeah, $2.50 an hour. That's what I get.
Pretty desperate.
Bloody impossible.
How many times do I have to tell you I didn't see anything? I was lying face down on the pavement. The colour of his boots? Anything. Do I have to go through with this? It's important. What if people find out? If I say anything, sign anything?
Nobody's going to see the statement but us. Look, we always protect all our witnesses.
Oh, dear. My husband thinks I'm in Scotland with my sister.
Come on, Mike. Descriptions of witnesses in block capitals, please.
These are the two who were made to lie on the pavement.
Makes no difference. Attention to detail, Mike. There you go.
Which one are you, Captain Kirk or Mr. Spock?
We're gradually building up a profile here, sir.
Yeah, I've seen a picture, Alistair. It's the tow rags who've been paid off I'm after.
And Watson, the manager, he's about as much help as a dead rat.
Yeah, a bloated one. And he didn't get that complexion drinking dark coke.
Here's the last of the witnesses. Any more actions?
No, nothing urgent, Mum.
You ready for a conflab?
Give me 10 minutes. I'm off to grab a sandwich.
Ron?
Hello?
Is this guy in your system?
Yeah. Looks like Paul Heslop, 2DA merchant. He doesn't have a tash, though.
You know him?
Yeah. A few years ago, I nicked him for high-powered motors. Got a buzz being chased up motorways in Porsches. Wizard with computers. Could bypass any alarm in seconds.
Come on, then.
No, it's nothing. There you are. Nothing for 3 years. Still disqualified, though.
Tremendous.
I want that back.
Yeah.
No, sir, I haven't seen it. Yes, of course, I'll get one immediately and call you back. Derek? You got an evening record?
No, sir, I haven't, but there's probably one in the front office.
Well, if not, could you send somebody out for one immediately, all right?
Yeah, sure. Our robbery made the front page, did it?
Yes. And our detective chief inspector, too, apparently.
Oi, you mind?
We're bang into it.
You've been taking those tablets again, Tim.
I've scored.
Oh, yeah.
That's our boy.
Found knowing. Heslop?
Yep. And that's the set.
Could be. Take the hit of the dirt off his top lip.
That's him. That's Heslop. Look at the Borstal mark, left cheek.
Well, it's not a perfect likeness. I'd say it's the same man. Don't ring any bells, huh? So come on, don't keep me in suspense.
Up to a month ago, guess what he was doing?
Rear guard?
Job application. Philip Hadaway. Snidey address, same date of birth.
This is cooking, Ted.
I told you.
Where'd you get this off, Harkness? Oh, it's stuck to your sticky fingers, right? So what could be easier? Stick their own man in as a driver?
And this could turn the big key on the lot of them.
Who else knows about this?
Nobody. Ron Smollett knows I got the photo, but that's it.
We'll have to tell her. Get out of it!
Not yet. Not yet. We've got our hands on gold here.
Dodgy.
You can honestly put your hand on your heart and tell her he's told me nothing.
But what have you told him?
Look, I've got this thing by the tail.
All right, I'll batter off for a while. But you pull up any nasty surprises on me, Ted, and I'll shove your head in a bucket.
Any jobs for me? No, I'll take care of. Oh, yeah. Can you photocopy these for me? 8 copies, please.
Terrific. Not going to give the solution, is it?
The way forward, Jim.
But can you tell me, though, why there are more people in here playing with paper than out there knocking at doors?
Not going our way, is it, Frank?
Don't worry about it. Sometimes it takes a slow burn.
I know rearguard is under suspicion, but to know the exact route and drop, it's too convenient.
What's Watson's attitude?
Very defensive. Says it's impossible. All his staff have been thoroughly vetted and there's no way anyone could get through the net.
MI5 isn't that secure?
And he sweats a lot. I don't think he's had his suit dry cleaned since he bought it.
Glad I had a shower this morning.
You're keeping something from me, Frank.
Like what?
Like why you haven't mentioned the fact Roach has been making inquiries there. So why wasn't I informed? This is a public investigation, Frank, and I'll tell you this. Roach has not only alienated the whole company against us, but he may well be receiving a complaint for harassment.
I can explain, Mum.
I want to know, Frank.
I'll tell you something about Ted Roach. From the first day I set foot in this nick, him and me have been like two dogs with arched backs, but he always gives 1,000%. Now, it may not be your cup of tea, but I suggest you scrutinise the system before you start trying to saw his legs off.
This is not the time for professional evaluation. I want chapter and verse, Inspector.
Kim?
Sir.
Do you like to be in private, sir?
Oh, no, it's all right, Frank. I'd like a word with you in my office immediately, please.
Sir. Superglue yourself to the spot.
Yes, well, you laid yourself wide open there, didn't you?
So it seems, sir. Actually, this report is basically correct.
Pardon?
Well, I do suspect it's probably an inside job. And as far as the photograph is concerned, it's definitely not my best side.
You making any progress?
Up to 10 minutes ago, I thought not.
Something Frank Burnside said?
No, sir, something he hasn't said.
So?
Chris, I want to make it up to you, mate.
Oh, you won't be watching Wallet as well?
No, you're not listening. That punter Hadaway is called Heslop. He's a well-documented car thief and driver with heavy associates.
So what's this, a rubbing-in exercise?
Well, I want to make you a proposition that will not only get you off the hook, but will authenticate the documents and give me a chance to nick Heslop.
Well, you'll have to answer how you come by him, because it's you that wants off the hook, not me.
A statement will make it legitimate. Okay, I know, I've got the file. But do you want me to get a court order to obtain it?
Really cutting and stitching me up proper, ain't
Let's
you?
look at it like professional men, Chris. A statement would make it signed, sealed and delivered.
You're a user, Roach.
I've always wanted to know what people meant by that. There's only two words that mean anything to me. Winners and losers. Now, are you going to play ball or what?
Do I have a choice?
Cheers. Hello, love.
Hello?
You working late?
Yeah, what with the raid and that, there's been lots to do.
Yeah. So what time do you knock off then?
About 7.
Serious crime were like vultures waiting to pick us off on this one. Not just the stragglers, all of us. Because we work as a family. You and your pal Roach had better learn that and learn it fast. Are you with me?
Yes, Ma'am.
Hello, Trudie. Come on, mate.
Let's give it a start.
Come on.
Let me clean up a Christ. All right, mate.
And you? Had to be you, didn't it, eh? Do what you say.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
End to an interesting day, Ted. I think you and I should have a little chat. Only interesting boozers around here.
Well, I'd be happy to oblige you, Gov, but I've got an appointment.